Good evening. Today is Wednesday, March 29, 2023. I am Elmer Navarro Manuel and this is Tribune News on Q. Here are the headlines for this evening. President Marcos urges craft laws versus malnutrition. Vice President Sara Duterte insists hiring 30,000 teachers a year is impossible. Fishermen struggle as Mindoro oil spill continues. DOH logs 184 new COVID-19 cases. Cloudy skies and isolated rain showers to prevail. PEZA investment approvals up 54%. And Philippine stocks up amid U.S. interest rate rise worries. For tonight's stories, President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. on Wednesday urged lawmakers to enshrine into law policies that will help address malnutrition in the country as he attended the launching of the Philippine Multisectoral Nutrition Project held at the Manila Hotel. According to Marcos, healthcare is not a priority in local government units because there's little capacity and ability and skills and manpower at the local level to be able to achieve all the threshold levels. Marcos also encouraged the Department of Health to work with government offices in harmonizing and effecting sound diet and nutritional policies and practices for the people. Vice President and Education Secretary Sara Duterte on Wednesdays insisted that the call of ACT Teachers Party List for hiring 30,000 new teachers and constructing 50,000 new classrooms yearly is impossible. Duterte also accused the party list group of turning a blind eye on gunfights near schools involving communist rebels. The Vice President said the DepEd is not blind to the problems besetting the education system and that the hiring of teachers and administrative staff as well as the construction of new classrooms and school buildings are among the solutions identified and being pursued now. 4 weeks after a tanker loaded with at least 800,000 liters of thick oil sank off the central island of Mindoro, the vessel is still leaking. More than half the oil has been discharged and dispersed over hundreds of kilometers of waters famed for having some of the most diverse marine life in the world. Authorities have banned fishing and swimming indefinitely, leaving thousands of fishermen wondering how long they can survive. The government estimates at least 5,000 hectares of coral reefs, seaweed, and mangroves have been affected. Tribune News on Q will be back after these reminders.
Mga impormasyong direktang makukuha mula sa sources at diretsahang usapan. Yan ang ating damin sa inyo sa programang Straight Talk. Samahan nyo kami sa makabuluhang talakayan live tuwing Martes alas 10 ng umaga sa official Facebook page ng Daily Tribune at Tribune Now on YouTube.
In other news, the Department of Health on Wednesday logged 184 new COVID-19 cases while the tally of active cases increased to 8,626. The nationwide caseload is currently at 4,080,732 while the active cases rose from 8,615 on Tuesday according to the DOH's latest figures. The Health Department reported that the country's recovery tally climbed to 4,005,747, while the death toll also increased to 66,359 with 8 new fatalities. State Weather Bureau PEZA announced that the easterlies or warm and humid air from the Pacific Ocean continue to affect the eastern sections of Visayas and Mindanao. Partly cloudy to cloudy skies with isolated rain showers or thunderstorms will prevail over Metro Manila and the rest of the country due to the easterlies and localized thunderstorms. Meanwhile, light to moderate winds and light to moderate coastal water conditions will be experienced in the country. In business, the Philippine Economic Zone Authority has reported that its investment approvals in the first quarter of 2023 amounted to 12.54 billion pesos, 54% higher compared to the same period a year ago. In a statement, PEZA said the pledges came from 42 new and expansion projects. 2 of the newly approved projects are from the EcoZone developers, while the other 40 projects will be operating inside PEZA zones across the country. And the local stock barometer closed higher Wednesday as investors worry about the impact of higher interest rates on the United States economy, while the peso ended unchanged against the US dollar. The Philippine Stock Exchange Index gained 0.42% or 27.82 points to 6,630.97 at the closing bell. The broader all shares followed with a rise of 0.28% or 9.80 points to 3,529.66. Volume reached 2.3 billion shares amounting to 13 billion pesos. Decliners led advancers at 100 to 76 while 55 shares were unchanged. Meanwhile, the local currency ended flat against the US dollar at 54.45. That wraps up the stories tonight. Catch us again tomorrow only here at Daily Tribune's Facebook page. Again, this is Elmer Navarro Manuel and you're watching Tribune News on Q. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay at home. Good night and God bless us all.
Catch the latest news on our website, tribune.net.ph. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Tribune Now. Download the Daily Tribune app on Apple Store for iOS and Google Play for Android to get the latest and most comprehensive news online. Daily Tribune invites you to join its Viber community, Tribune, to get updates on the hottest news on politics, business, sports, lifestyle, and entertainment. Emoticons of the Tribune mascot Tercito are available on our community Viber.
Sabihin mo sa akin kung paano ang damdamin na nilumot na. Kung pilitin pang kumapit ngunit tila di na pwede pa. Sa'yo'y wari kay daling limutin mga alaala nating dalawa. Ngayon naiwan sa kahapon kung saan pwedeng mahawakan ka. Sabihin mo kung kakapit o lilimot na. Ang puso ba'y lalaban o titigil na ako? Kumapit ba'y kakapit ka? O ako na lang naiwan na nag-iisa. na namumutang wisa. Sa aking puso na mapilit, bakit di ko pa naisip? Napagod ka na. Sabihin mo ako, kakapit ko lilimot na. Ang puso ba'y lalaban mo, titigil na ako. Kumapit ba'y kakapit ka? O ko na lang naiwan na nag-iisa.